Gentlemen, welcome back to another semen retention video. Today is day 90, freaking 9. My semen retention streak with 0 relapses. 99 straight days. I am like, what, 7 hours away from 100 days. Pretty wild. And I've got like a 40-minute drive here. And thankfully with my car driving itself, I thought, hey, let's have a little chat. Perfect little session to get into something good. Let me preface this with, I pulled an all-nighter. I have not slept for 24 hours. I skipped last night. I couldn't sleep. And it was either stay up and toss and turn or get up and just get some work done. So I did that. So I've been trying to keep myself up so that I hopefully sleep better tonight. So that being said, I'm kind of exhausted. So we'll see how this comes out. But yeah, today is day 99 of this particular streak. I kind of had this thought. It was like, what happens when I hit 100 days? I'm just going to keep moving the goalposts further and further and further. Like, that's quite literally what I've been doing this entire time, is like, oh, make 30 days. Okay, well, make 60 days. Make 90. Now you make 100. Now after 100 is what? 120? And then after that, what, you just go month by month, 160 or 150 or... And I'm trying to, I guess, juggle.
In 1,000 feet, turn right to take the Interstate 65 south ramp toward Huntsville.
I guess I'm trying to juggle between being worthy, identifying with myself as being worthy now, here, without having hit these crazy goals, but also still wanting to stay motivated, understanding that the longer you go on this, there are physical benefits and internal benefits. But I know that I have a history where my ego loves to...
Now turn right to take the Interstate 65 south ramp.
Always have something to work on. Always have a reason to maybe not feel quite enough, so that it can aim all of its attention and energy at fixing and becoming. And I'm just becoming very aware that going into this new season, I'm having to go into it with more surrender and openness. And it's really weird, do you hear that? Rock just hit my window. For example, I've got a car full of crap right now because I just got my key for my new apartment today. easy it was to get this apartment. I'll do that for you. But I'm just recognizing that I'm going into this season, guys, of like, everything is new, everything is changing. It's stretching my ego. It's for the first time in a long time, guys. It's offering an opportunity to remove the main thing to be working on myself with. And it's weird that is a weird thing. That is an uncomfortable thing. You know, you would think if you finally get achieve the level, you know, of the video game, or you finally, pass the level, that you would be like, oh yeah, cool, like, I'm super happy, I'm super content. But there's also this flip side, I think, of like, who am I without something to fix? And semen retention has kind of always been this ongoing thing of like, it can always be better. I can always go longer. I can always get a streak to go longer and get more physical and internal benefits. Dang, I'm really tired, by the way. I would not recommend pulling an all-nighter. But here we are. So those are just my thoughts right now of like, obviously I want to keep going on my semen retention journey because I know that there's so many benefits. Right, life is easy. I have a stability, a power, a certainty to me that, you know, I wouldn't otherwise hold. But also, is semen retention giving my ego something to constantly work on and like not be good enough for? Interesting. Just something to think about. Have you thought about it like that? Are you finding yourself going into this new year, this new season, having to do more of surrendering than controlling than in past years?
Keep left to stay on Interstate 65 South.
Because that is absolutely what I'm finding right now. And it's hella weird. It's very, very unusual. Apart from that, you know, I mentioned in my video yesterday, my day 98 video, idea of feeling like I'm kind of going through some spiritual attacks and spiritual
Now
battles.
keep left to stay on Interstate 65 South.
Spiritual war. You hear that? Another rock hit my window. But I'm also sitting with this idea, guys, that like you get what you tune into, right? Your frequency is...
In 1 mile, keep left to stay on Interstate 65 South.
See that? Your frequency literally can, it pulls you into your experiences. And I have not been nearly as good at meditating and keeping my energy up. Meditating morning, meditating at night. And I'm still trying to kind of figure out
Now keep left to stay on
that
Interstate 65
desire...
South.
It's almost like that desire isn't there like it used to be. I do all of Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations. His are my favorite by far. And it's usually, I bookend the day with them. I start with one, I end with one. And in the last few weeks, month, haven't really felt compelled to do it. Even though I know that it is super beneficial for me. Like, I know all the science behind it and like all that stuff. And I guess I'm trying to figure out why. Now you guys are gonna be like, this mother effer, he just clicks a button on his car and then he yawns the whole trip and his car takes him there. It's kind of what's happening today. I guess what I'm trying to get at is like, you've got to be willing to go into the uncomfortable and just sit with it. And I think this next season for a lot of us is going to require that. The uncomfortability and stretching our ego and it's like, what if you want that true healing, that healing that you've been dreaming about, but then to get it, your ego no longer has anything to be working on or fixing. And now you're like, now who am I? Does that lead to an identity crisis? Or is like semen retention, is it like this ongoing ego fix? Just like feeding this incessant urge, this need to be better, level up. Which again, the kicker is it's like it's not a bad thing. It's just that like stacking that over long periods of time, it's like I know I can see patterns in myself of trying to earn worth and earn love. by letting my ego use performance-based things to justify being like, oh yeah, now I've earned it, now I'm worthy, now I'm like sports, working out, school, etc. So I'm kind of just getting into the weeds, kind of just getting into the...
In 1 mile, keep left to stay on Interstate 65 South.
the internals of it all, which, you know, guys, after you get to 80, 90 days, I feel like a lot of this semen retention stuff, it turns inward. It becomes an inward. It's like an inward transformation more so than a physical transformation. Dude, I'm so freaking tired. So I'm just becoming increasingly aware of like all these internal changes that are going on, and just trying to give myself space with that. So I guess if you are earlier on in your journey, guys, just be aware. It's like there are phases to this semen retention thing. It's going to start with these incredible physical benefits. Not to say I'm even losing those, but they just become normal. And then there's a flatline period where it's just like you stop getting these new benefits. And you kind of feel like you're dropping off a little bit. But I do have to wonder if, again, during these flat lines is when you're getting these, like, these program updates, these software updates to yourself. But if you do that long enough, do you eventually run out of things to update? And then it's like, how does your ego react to that?
Now keep left to stay on Interstate 65 South.
We're hitting traffic. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. Lately, I'm just hopping on here and sharing my thoughts and coming up with something after, but... Should have brought a snack or something. You are worthy even not having the biggest streak. Maybe that's the takeaway of this. Because it's so easy to see these other men on longer retention streaks and everything and think like, wow, when I've obtained this, I move up. I get to jump into the next tier of respect or whatever that looks like. But it's not really the case. You just jump up there and then you realize there's more to fix and more to work on and more to grow into and more to become, and yeah. Well, let me know what your thoughts are on this, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm really freaking tired. I don't feel like having a video where it looks like I'm falling asleep the whole time. So, yeah, tomorrow will be day 100. Pretty freaking huge. Let me know what day you're on, what you're going through, if you resonate with this at all. Again, a lot of internal stuff that I'm going through, but peace, love, abundance. I'm grateful you're here. Catch you on the next one.